Bird, we back at it, man. You already know Bird Game. It's a part 2 talk. Sorry for everybody that was on my last live. Um, I was doing live grinding and it was some money out I didn't want to miss. So I didn't think it was going come up while I was doing a live. So I had to go, I had to go do that. I had to make that money. So but ain't gonna be no interruption. I'm good. I got that out the way. So like I said, apologize for that again. But yo, yeah, I'm gonna continue to talk. If you was watching the other one and to this one, I'm gonna repeat myself just for viewers didn't hear it from on this one. But basically I'm just saying, Darius Slade, how I feel about what he's did when this season. I just felt like the season I just passed, he's a good corner. Um okay. I won't say good. Let me rephrase that. He's an okay corner. His stats his stats is pretty okay to me. It's not all that straight, but it's okay. Some people might argue that, but that's just how I feel about it. I just like I was saying in my other one, I just feel that uh the stats does not speak more on overall aspect of the type of player he is as now. Um I don't to me to me, and I just how I feel, he's like a better version of Bradbury. Like he have some plays that he came in a clutch, but he also got some plays that he let he didn't do well in, and he fell for on a moment. Like he didn't step up when we needed him on a moment of shutting the player down on key moments. Like like that play when we played the Falcons with London. I believe that was him. He get outplayed by London. Like and that touchdown sealed the game. He got so many of those plays that is because of him we lost, because he couldn't succeed in the moment. And he got plays that he did succeed in the moment. But he's like 50-50 to me. And for being a veteran person he's supposed to be, you can't be 50-50. You're supposed to have way more clutch plays, way more plays that you come in a clutch compared to plays that you don't come in a clutch. But he's like a 50-50. You can never know what you get from him. Like he could cause you to win a game, but he could cause you to lose a game. Like, these young guys, like I was saying on the video, these young guys that's coming in, Creon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, they done did have a way more better season than he had. And I just feel like he's a shell of himself. Like, I just feel like, he's getting outdated. And I just feel him. Like, he's like, once again, like I said, he just, how I feel about him, like a better version of Bradbury. That's it. When Bradbury was on the team, that year that he was on the team, our defense was bad. We had a bad defense. To me, he didn't do so much better than Bradbury. Yes, Bradbury was worse. He was the reason why we looked at as bad as we look it. But at the same time, Darius Slade didn't look any better either. And that's just true. Some people want to throw up his stats to me, want to throw up whatever, but to me, like I said, like the stat does not justify and speaks volume to how when you watch him play the game. When you watch him play the game. And when you watch him play the game, he's like a 50. You won't never know what type you gonna get from this of him being a corner. He could be the reason you win, and he could be the reason you lose. He got so many games that he got burnt or he got outplayed by a receiver, and it's the reason why we lost. For a veteran corner, that shouldn't be. That should not be. Yes, like people telling me, oh, it happens with these corners. Sometimes these corners gonna get burnt. Sometimes these corners, yeah, I understand that, but he should not have too many games when we lose because he can't D a player, a wide receiver. You can't be a veteran cornerback and you 50-50. You can't never get. You getting burnt as much. You got plays. Yes, you got plays that you shut down. I'm not going like yeah. You got plays. Darius Slayer had plays that he shut down, and we was like, oh, good, good. But you also have as many plays that he get outplayed by receivers. So many times you smacking your head like, yo, Darius Slay, what you doing? And he always do that smile and walk off like, yeah, that's on me. Yeah, we don't want to hear that. Creon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean is doing way more better. And I feel like, so for me saying that, it's not. I don't feel like for him leaving, he's not on the team no more. Like, I don't really feel like a bad of a loss. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. If you disagree, please put in your comment. Let me know. But how I feel, I don't necessarily feel like it's a way worse of a loss. I feel like Vic Fangio could train these young guys coming in. Somebody could step up. I got Rango and Isaiah Rodgers. I got hope for them. I just think they not showing as much of their potential as now. It's because they don't have that experience and time play to bring themselves out. But now with him being gone, whoever step up, I feel like they will get that experience. Just like these young guys in early in the season, we had to figure it out. They didn't look all that well in the beginning of the season. But Vic Fangio put them in the right place. He saw they asset and they got the experience, and they saw what they did wrong in the beginning. They start building off of that. Now they looking way different. And I feel like the next person that step up in that corner position for Darius Slay, I feel like they could have a good potential to do good, regardless who it be. Just because of the chemistry around on that defense, and Vic Fangio is doing a phenomenal job. So I think it's time for us to build these young guys to save salary cap and to have guys that's younger that will last with us, so we can have a defense that's consistent good each and every season that we are playing. Like, because these older guys they becoming a shell of themselves. They becoming comfortable because they are in the season for a longest time. They got their money. They already show for. They don't have really that much to prove anymore. So there is not really no hunger in it as much. So this is what you get. But these younger guys got something to prove. They hungry. They want their name to be called. They want to show something. And they playing with effort more than these other guys that's been in this league for so long. And I feel like him leaving is not really. I don't really feel so much as a loss to me. And sorry if you feel different, then I respect your opinion. I respect how you feel. But for me, don't really feel like it's enough loss. He was just a better version of Bradbury to me. I'm sorry, he was like he wasn't as bad as Bradbury was. No, wasn't. But I saw a little Bradbury in him. A lot of times I saw a little Bradbury in Slay. And I'm looking like, you having a hard time dealing this guy, Slay. Like, what's going on? So, like, that's how I feel about Darius Slay. Getting to the topic, I just want to get that out the way. Him not mentioning Jalen Hurts as a top quarterback, an elite quarterback in the league. Everybody got their opinions. That's how you feel. It's crazy that he's coming out saying that now. Like, I could have swore I heard all good talk when he was on the team for Jalen Hurts, but now he's not on the team. You want to come out and say, oh, you don't want to mention his core? Like, I understand. As a player, when you're on a team, regardless of anything, you're supposed to somewhat bias in you. You're supposed to have somewhat bias in you for your player. To be like, yo, listen, my player is the top, my quarterback top. And I feel like now that he's not on the team, he don't feel necessary to do it. So now his true colors of how he true feels coming out. So now, he don't feel like Jalen Hurts is in that top of a quarterback. It's a lot of people. He's not the only one. There's a lot of people that feels that way, and we have this talk constantly through this podcast, the stream that me and my boy we talk when it comes to Jalen Hurts or how we feel, and I have my opinions. The reason why I do feel that he's a top quarterback. If you want to argue that he's not better than Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and even Josh Allen, you want to argue that? Cool. Nobody, and if you want to throw Joe Burrow in it, cool. I have my opinions on it. I think he showed a lot of potential that he could be better than I'll at least say Joe Burrow and Josh. But that's my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. But cool, I don't want to go into a debate with that. You don't have to put him over those four guys. But in the top five, you're not gonna tell me he's not five. Who else? Who else come in the most clutch? Okay, you want to put those guys above him because they are passers. And I speak about this all the time. If you saw my other stream, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're new to this, then I'm gonna repeat myself. Okay, he's not a passer like those other guys. He's not a passer like Patrick Mahomes. He's not a passer like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, even Joe Burrow. All right, cool. But just because you're not better than somebody don't mean you can't do it too. Then because he's not a better passer than those guys doesn't mean he can't pass. It's so many plays that this guy pass and come in the clutch for the Eagles. But they don't want to bring that up. They don't want to miss that. They want to overlook that. They don't want to see that. You see a lot of analysts be talking about it. Even Dan talking about it. He put up the play-by-play and show all these good passing that Jalen Hurts does do. He didn't have those stats yet because he didn't have to. But when he needs to pass, he could pass. This guy could pass. He might not be better than them at passing because of his stats, but he could pass too. And like I said before, a quarterback position is not only just pass. The passing is the important position, yes. The number one important thing that a quarterback got to do is pass, yes. But that's not the only skill set. You telling me that's if a quarterback just got to pass, that's the only thing? No, it's more skill set as a quarterback needs to have to be a great quarterback, not just only passing. Passing is the number one, but it also goes down the list of overall. What makes you overall good as a quarterback? Like, he might not pass better than them, but he could pass. But what he also got, a lot of them don't got, he's mobile. Josh Allen is mobile. Lamar Jackson is mobile. Cool, got that. But when it comes to winning and being that player that holding teams on the back and seeding and coming to clutch for the moment, you can argue Patrick Mahomes does it. Now, I feel like Jalen Hurts got it over edge Patrick Mahomes in it a little bit because Patrick Mahomes got all these controversy situations where the ref helped him. But I'm not going to get into that. That just to speak what it is. Okay, you can argue Patrick Mahomes got the clutch on the moments. He got that because that's why he win these Super Bowls. Because when a moment comes, he excels in it. He sees in it. Cool. But my example, and I'm gonna speak to this. Like, sorry people that already heard me saying this. If you knew, I just want to make sure because of speaking on Darius Slade or how he felt. Sorry for the people that heard me saying this. If it's a repeat, I just wanted for the new viewers to know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna make an example. Last season of playoffs, when Josh Allen played the Chiefs, at the end of the game, Patrick Mahomes moved down the field. He scored. I felt like that was a saying okay, I scored. You got 2 minutes left. Not for time. Josh Allen, you got 2 minutes left on the field. 2 minutes left. Let me see what you could do. Let me see. Can you when you're in a moment when you can't make a mistake and you only got one more drive left? Ain't no drive. This is your last drive. If you don't succeed and win it, it's over. You ain't no do-overs. This is it. Can you excel in a moment? Like Shannon Sharp said the other season. Can you when the moment is called, can you excel in that moment? Can you take advantage of that moment and win it? Only person I see that have done that when they need it in the playoffs. And out the playoff, regular season and playoffs at the same time. Only person that I see that in that category of the list that the people that keep talking about, bring it up. Only person I see that does that consistently is Patrick Mahomes. He the only one. And like I said, you can make the refs help them. The cool. I could feel the same way. I could say, yeah, the refs this. But we're not going to go into that. We're just going to speak of what it is. He had games that he did. Regardless of ref or not, who knows? But what I'm saying, he's have games that when a moment's called and you need to win it all, you get one drive to march down the field and seal the game and win it. Patrick Mahomes, out of all those, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes is the only one consistently does that. You might see sometimes Josh Allen did it once in a while in the regular season, not consistent really. Lamar Jackson, you might did it, not really consistent at it. Joe Burrow might did it, not consistent at it. You know, I see time and time these guys cannot step up in a moment. Why you think Lamar Jackson always got these MVPs, but he can't win in the playoffs against? Why Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, he beat he went to the Super Bowl, but he lost. Like, these guys in a moment don't succeed it. I really feel like, and they know this for a fact. That year when we played the Chiefs when the Eagles played the Chiefs the first year and we lost with them. All the analysts, everybody talks about it. They know. They said we wanted to see if Jalen Hurts had the opportunity to get that ball back to make that drive and win it all. They said that we wanted to see if him getting the chance to do it. And a lot of them said they believe that he probably would have. The way he was playing in that game, they say they believe that he probably would have did it because he had proven. He had so many games that he exceed the moment. So many games when you need a drive, you need to seal it. He had those games. Jalen Hurts had those games. And they feel like he would have did it. And I believe that. I believe he would have did it. Now going back into the Josh Allen and Chief game when Josh Allen had 2 minutes left on a thing to win it and he couldn't succeed. I believe if that was Jalen Hurts would have sealed that moment and he would have won that game. If they had 2 minutes on the clock, if Patrick Mahomes marched down the field and made a touchdown and gave us time, and we had 2 minutes on the clock to march down the field and take advantage of the moment, I believe that Jalen Hurts would have did that. Josh Allen lost that moment, but I believe Jalen Hurts would have won that moment. And I guarantee a lot of people would agree with me. Why? Because he had proven it so many times. He come clutch to win a game. So you telling me being a clutch quarterback, you can win a game when a moment is called, when your name is called, and you can take and win a game. You telling me that don't make you an elite quarterback? Just because these other guys got passing stats over you, like passing is the only thing that makes you an overall quarterback? Really? It's about winning. It's about doing what you got to do. I'm not saying these guys. Like I said, we don't got to argue that he's better. Cool. Say Patrick Mahomes is better than Jalen Hurts. Say it. Cool. I'm not going to argue with it. Say that Josh Allen is better than Jalen Hurts. Cool. Say it. I'm not going to argue with it. Cool. That's how you want to feel. It's a good debate. It's a good debate. They're going to put up stack. They're going to put up like, cool. I'm not going to argue with it. Say Lamar Jackson is better than Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to argue it. Say Joe Burrow is better than Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to argue. But you going to put, out of those 4 guys, you going to put these other guys over him and not say that he's not at least 5th? Top 5? Come on, stop trying to play with this boy. Stop trying to play. Boy been in the Super Bowl twice. He doesn't have so many games that he sealed the game because of him. Because of him. He got a team. So when you got a team, you don't have to do so much. But when your team is slipping, when your team is slipping and they need you to come and win the game, you telling me he don't have that? He don't got stacks because he on a. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They right. We are probably, if you want to call, y'all loaded. The Eagles is loaded. The Eagles is loaded. Cool. We got receivers on the offense. We got a running back. We got a line. We got that. Cool. You right. Our defense was number 1 last season. Cool. You right. I get it. But at the end of the day, that's why his stats is not like that, because we got a team. He don't need to have those stats. But at the end of the day, when our team is slipping, when things is not going all the way, when we have a game, when things is not going the way we thought it was going to be, you telling me he don't have multiple games when he came in the clutch? When he had to, you know what? I gotta do this. You telling me he don't have those games? You telling me when we needed him, when we needed him to pass, he didn't pass? Yo, man, like, yo, stop with this narrative. Stop trying to play this boy like he's not a top quarterback. Like when he had proven time and time and time that he could step up when his name is called. He don't need to step up because we on a team. But when we on a team, and you're supposed to have a team. That's the thing of the game. That's what your coach supposed to do. That's what your GM is supposed to do. It's to build a team. That's the art of the game. That's what the NFL is for. But when things don't go right, when your team is having a hard time, you telling me you don't remember what Jalen Hurts do? You telling me that you don't remember him stepping up? You don't telling me you don't remember all the clutch plays and drives that he done? People forget a lot of those drives that we won and we got touchdown on. People forget if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, them drives would have been dead. If it wasn't for Jalen Hurts extending plays, that drive would have never happened. Oh, because his stats. Oh, because he only had 150 that game. So we didn't need to have more than that. That wasn't a game. He didn't need to. But you telling me a lot of those drives that he wasn't the reason why those drives survived? You telling me when he about to get sacked in our offensive line is one of the best offensive line, but sometimes they slip up. You telling me when they slip up and he about to get sacked and he extend the plays instead of taking the sack and he extend the plays, you telling me that if it wasn't for him, that drive wouldn't go nowhere? When he get a 15-yard run, you telling me that don't mean nothing? When he extend the play and he get a pass off because he could pass, you telling me that drive didn't mean nothing? People not looking at the game. They just want to look at stats. They not watching my boy play. They just want to look at stats. They not seeing what he does. They just want to look at stats. Like, yo, stop, yo. Know that, and I'll be ashamed. A lot of these internets, a lot of times they talk, I'll be like, yo, y'all be watching NFL way more than I have. And how y'all not seeing these things and understanding the art of the game? Y'all just looking at thing in a one-track mind type situation. Like, come on, like, passing is the most important thing of a quarterback. Yes, we all know that. But it's not the only quarterback attribute. It's not the only thing that a quarterback has to do. They're not sitting there, yo, just pass. That's it. Stay in the pocket. We don't want you to move. We don't want you to extend no plays. We don't want you to come up in the time and the moment. We just want you to just pass. Just pass the ball. That's all we want. We don't care about any other skills you got. Just get that ball out your hand. That's all we care. Like, no coach is not telling the quarterback to do that. And last but not least, before I go, I want to also mention they not only understanding that Jalen Hurts didn't have a steady coach and a steady offensive coordinator since even when he was in college. All these other quarterbacks that they want to praise that doing well, they got steady coaches that's doing good. They got steady coordinators that's doing good, that's calling plays. They want to praise Patrick Mahomes, but just the same thing I say about Tom Brady. You want to praise Patrick Mahomes, but who Patrick Mahomes coach? It's easy for a quarterback to have a coach that is one of the best coach, and he trusts in him. Like, it's easy for a quarterback to have a coach that's doing a phenomenal job than a quarterback have to wonder where his coach is. What type of coach? Kellen Moore did a phenomenal job this season, but Kellen Moore focuses more on the running game, going towards it, whatever, than anything. And I'm glad he did. That's what you're supposed to do. And I'm glad that he didn't fall into the all this talk and all this narrative or going on to pass and all that. He stayed true into the game. I wish he would have stayed with us. You know, this new coach that we got, he infiltrate he's I won't say copy, but he takes what Kellen Moore did and perfect it and do it better. Don't go away what Kellen Moore did. Perfect what he did and continue it. I hope he continue that. But I wish he would have stayed. It is what it is. But Kellen Moore, like, I'm glad. That's one thing I'm glad he didn't fall into the narrative. He stayed true. He was like, listen, I don't need to ask Jalen Hurts to pass it. I know Jalen Hurts could pass it, but I don't need that. We gonna stay true to our identity and can do what we gotta do. And I'm glad that he did that. So that our stats didn't, his Jalen Hurts didn't need those passing stats. Not that type of team. So, but other than that, you saw the he had a down year with Brian Johnson because Brian Johnson did a horrible job, and Nick Sirianni at that time didn't step in and made anything better that season, and that's hard on a quarterback. They want to talk about, he could take control. Hey, like I said, time and time again, name me a quarterback out here that's audible and changing plays every drive. Every drive, every play, he's audible and adjusting plays. And if he is, that's easy. And I see Jalen Hurts out there. They not even watching the game to see that this boy be calling right plays all the time. He be pre-snapping and he be going through his progressions all the time. It's a lot of plays. If it wasn't for him changing the play, that we would have never got nothing off. But they don't want to talk about that, though. They don't want to talk about how Jalen Hurts has been a phenomenal point guard. They're not talking about that, though. They mention it a lot of times. But they're not talking about Jalen Hurts switching plays and audible and doing a phenomenal job on that pre-snap. They're not talking about that, though. But a quarterback, what naming? I even went back with Tom Brady. You think Tom Brady was audible, not back to back when he was with Bill Belichick? No, he was a phenomenal quarterback. He made those passes. He read the defense. I'm not gonna say that to see who to pass it to, who's gonna be open with the plays that he got for Bill Belichick. But at the same time, he had a phenomenal coach that he could trust when he trust throwing out the right plays. And Bill Belichick knew what plays to throw out that was gonna fit Tom Brady. So they worked. They was good together. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid. Good together. He not out there second guessing himself with his coach. No, he trusts that Andy Reid is a phenomenal coach and he could rely on his play. And Andy Reid is because everybody know he's a phenomenal play caller. Andy Reid could call plays, and and people know that. That makes it easier on a quarterback. All these other quarterbacks they play, they have these coaches that done it. But Jalen Hurts is getting different coaches each and every year. You think that's easy to adjust, and then you gotta see if that coach know how to throw out plays right, and then know how to be consistent. Like I said again, Kellen Moore did a phenomenal job this season. He did, but I'm gonna be real. It's been at time that Kellen Moore will make you scratch your head, like, bro, what is you doing? On the play calling, sometimes Kellen Moore would stall a drive out on his play calling, and you be like, bro, what is Kellen doing? So you think that's easy on a quarterback? They don't want to mention that, though. They ain't looking at that aspect. They ain't looking at all these other coaches, all these other quarterbacks have it easier for them because they got good coaches. And Jalen Hurts got they want to him taking over the team. Or why he can't they want to say that them other the Jalen Hurts is not asked to do what these other quarterbacks ain't asked to do. These other quarterbacks is not in the same position as Jalen Hurts is in. So we could throw that out there. So what is y'all talking about now? So that's just how I feel about this whole thing. Like I said, you don't have to say that Jalen Hurts is better. Like, cool, I have my opinion. Like, to me, he's either top 2, top 3, but cool, that's how I feel about it. But it's a good debate. It's a good debate. I get it. They got stats, they got speed. Cool, I get it. They are good quarterbacks. They are. So I'm not gonna debate with it. I'm not gonna say I don't have to say that he's better than Patrick Mahomes. I don't have to say that he's better than Josh Allen. Don't have to say he's better than Lamar Jackson. I don't have to say he's better than Joe Burrow. But I'm gonna say he come after them. I'm gonna say he's top 5. I'm not gonna put anybody else. Now I'm hearing about this Jalen Daniels because of what he did this season. Man, please. Like, okay, Jalen Daniels did turn. I get it. He's did a phenomenal job for the Commanders. I get it. He did a phenomenal job. But to compare of a clutch, to come up on a clutch, I would say though, I would say this. To me, he out of all those other quarterbacks, Jalen does do add moments. He came in a clutch. More than and that's crazy. Like this new rookie have more games that to me that he come in a clutch when they needed him to come in a clutch more than them other quarterbacks besides Patrick Mahomes. So I would say that, but I still don't feel like he's on his level. I still don't feel like I would put him at 6, but I still feel like Jalen Hurts have done way more, like way more. So I feel or I feel like Jalen Hurts is 5, and you can argue Jalen Daniels be 6 compared to these other quarterbacks out here that don't have those type of aspect. But you know, it's other quarterbacks. People want to say Matthew Stafford. You got these other quarterbacks that's out here, like cool. But I'm like the top 5. I feel like I'm not gonna argue with them other ones. But you gonna say my boy 5th though. At least you gonna say he's in top 5. You gonna at least say that. You gonna at least say that. Like you could say them other ones better than them because they got passing stats. That's the only thing though. That's the only thing you could say that they got better on. But overall, Jalen Hurts is doing phenomenal jobs and doing other things that you can argue that's way better than them other quarterbacks. Passing, you could give them that. Cool, fuck it. Give them passing. But that's it. Everything else that a quarterback has, I feel like you can argue that Jalen Hurts is doing way more better than they are. So I'm gonna end it with that. Darius Slay, he didn't mention him in his what's the name now. Cool, that's his opinion. You know, whatever you do, wish you the best, my man. It is what it is. Thanks for I appreciate the things that you have done on the Eagles. We appreciate that. That's your opinion. Shannon Sharpman had it. He was that a diss to Jalen Hurts? I don't think it's a diss to Jalen Hurts. I just think now he feel comfortable to say what he really truly feels like. I think he's dissing him. I just feel like that's just how he feel. Like a lot of other people feel. You know, he just feel like that's just his opinion. Like he don't add him in his top quarterback. I don't feel like he have any animosity. Sure, Jalen Hurts. I don't know about how closed doors he probably do. I don't know. But I just feel like he just now that he's comfortable, he's not around him. He don't have to be around him as much. He don't have to be in an awkward position anymore. That now he could come out and tell how he truly feel, and that's what that is. Cool, that's how you feel. It is what it is. I will strongly agree to disagree. I disagree with his opinion, but everybody is about to their opinion. It's cool because you probably got some people that disagree with me. It is what it is. But that's what it is, man. Like I said, I felt like he was a shell of himself on the team anyway. It's time for these young guys to step up and do what they think with Vic Fangio, and I feel like they would. And I wish him the best. So that's how my opinion on it. I feel like Jalen Hurts is the top quarterback, regardless of anybody say. That's how I feel, and that's my reason why. And yo, time and time you saw what Jalen Hurts done, and they just I'm tired of them overlooking other things that he have done. He have a lot of stuff that Jalen Hurts have so many clutch plays, so many clutch games, so many times Jalen Hurts you could put him up, but they want to overlook. They overlook so much of what Jalen Hurts do, and they just look at the end results and look at the stats and look at his passing. Like like once again, and I end it. Passing is important for a quarterback, but it's not the only attribute. Look at the overall, watch the game, watch my boy play, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that being said, that's how I feel about it. I'm gonna get back making this money and then grinding and everything. But man, that's how I feel about it. Please put in your comment, like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. And like I said, please don't, if you're coming from another platform, please follow the other channel, Dolo Solo 1033 TV. That's DOLOSOLO1033 TV. We be posting our Patreon and everything up there. So please follow that channel. We talking about NFL in general. And we are talking about life in general. We just bugging out. We just coming to discussion. So please follow that channel. Do not hesitate. Much appreciate y'all continue to support. And let's get ready for this off season to the draft, baby. You know, when the fun starts. So stay tuned. We're gonna have more talk, more hype talk, and more this NFL talk. So thanks for liking, follow, subscribing. This your boy Hyphen Jers. Thanks for tuning in to Hyphen Eagles. Bird game. I'm out.